Joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky, sitting in between my two little pretty in pink.
Oh, thank you. Where's your pink? I like the purple, though.
But we've got purple
It accentuates
today.
it.
Hey, listen, I've been feeling a little bit better because, you know, I'm back on a health kick.
Yes, you have
and I haven't been feeling well, but I've been going walking night and morning.
Good.
And last night I did a little jog.
Wow.
Yeah, from like a light lamppost to a lamppost.
I think
That's
that's
good.
Almost
awesome.
killed me.
But you know, my favorite saying is no matter how slow you go, you're always faster than everyone sitting on the couch. So
That's
that's
right.
good.
you know,
That's
you gotta start
right.
little.
Well, I did, and then I realised that I looked down again. I went, darn, I forgot the spray tan yet again. You know, like, but it was
Embrace
really,
the pale, Troy.
I can honestly say to me,
Yes.
no, it's not happening. It's really hard because you go to the gym all the time.
I not all the time, but,
But
yeah,
you-
I do have a
And I
routine.
swear I probably ran for about 4 minutes.
Did you? That's
It didn't
good,
seem
though.
very-
That's still good.
It seemed
Awesome.
like forever, but I walked
Yeah.
in total for the hour. I did just under 4 miles.
Awesome.
That's
That's
a lot,
fantastic.
isn't
You
it?
need to
Yeah,
go
that
to
is a
Jacobson
lot.
Park. It's not far from where we live, and that's
Is
my
that where the
favorite
dog park is?
They do have a very nice
Yeah.
dog park, but a lot of the
And it's a
water.
beautiful walk
It's
down.
It is,
very
it's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Under the trees. I was
Yeah,
out in the
it's
sun
beautiful.
around Hamburg, and I was sweating. And then I wanted to make my egg muffins this morning. So then I had to go to the supermarket, and I looked a sight, let me tell you. I looked in the mirror and I went, what am I doing out in public looking a mess?
No,
Hey.
I am proud of you. I'm proud
Yeah,
that you're,
that's great.
that you're
Yeah,
doing that.
I feel a lot better. I feel a
Good,
lot better.
good.
Hey guys, are you ready to see today's keyword for the Dollywood Watch and
course.
Win? Let's see what's up for grabs first, Miss Katie.
Well, first, of course, we're giving away that family prize bundle, and this includes a family 4-pack of tickets to Dollywood's Splash Country, complimentary retreat rental at Dollywood's Splash Country, 4-pack of Dollywood season tickets, 4-pack of tickets to Dolly Parton's Smoky Mountain Adventures, dinner and a show, and a one-night stay at Dollywood's Dreammore Resort and Spa.
Oh,
Wow.
So awesome. I love it. To participate in the contest, tune into Good Morning Kentucky, Midday Kentucky, and the 6 o'clock news and listen for a keyword. You will then take the keyword over to our website and enter it in. So today's keyword is dizzy disc.
I wonder if that's a ride down there, Dizzy Disc.
I don't know. I have
Okay.
no idea, but
So
it's
keep telling
a
them what to
crazy
do.
little word, though. Dizzy Disc. Click the contest tab and enter Dizzy Disc along with an email, and you'll be entered in to win.
Hey, we've had a lot of entries, everyone.
Yes,
this
we
is a
have.
hot contest like no
I love it.
tomorrow.
Yep, it has
Yeah,
been. It's
gonna
been
be
great.
good.
Yep.
Hey, I thought this was interesting. A study by UC Berkeley researchers found that a sense of smell can influence the brain's decision to burn fat or at least store it in the body.
I find it interesting that it's saying just smelling the food can make you fat,
No, so
right?
let me tell you. So they started it on mice. Researchers studied 3 groups of mice, normal mice, super smellers they call it, and ones without a sense of smell, and saw a direct correlation between their ability to smell and how much weight they gained from a high-fat Burger King diet. Now, using the study's methods in humans can be possible. After eating, a person's sense of smell decreases. So if a person was eating with a lessened sense of smell, the brain could be tricked into thinking it's already been fed and choose to burn the calories instead of storing them.
That is so crazy.
Crazy, is it not?
It
Here's
really
the thing.
is.
Could you, if you had, because this is a true study that's happening.
Right.
Okay, and they brought it up all across the news yesterday. And they say it's for people who are obese. This is what they're targeting. And if you could get rid of your sense of smell, is this something that you would do?
Oh no, that would never be worth it. No.
Thank you.
That would never
I
be worth
agree.
it. But now I'm thinking, by the time you smell, you know, the donuts in the newsroom, you might as
Yeah.
well eat them because you already smelled them.
I love it.
Oh, they call it the smell food diet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I would never sacrifice that.
You know, I don't know. If there was a temporary,
No,
way.
so they were saying that you can, if you could switch it off, say Monday
Yeah.
to Friday,
Yeah.
is it something you'd do? And look, I think I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah.
But I found reading this very long study, which, you know, of course I did, the whole reading.
You
not-
skimmed it or you read
I
it?
skimmed. But I was watching the news on it yesterday and I thought to myself, would I give up my sense of smell? I don't think I would.
I think if it was only if it was maybe a temporary thing. I don't know. You know that I used to work in the weight loss industry for years, and I've seen the struggle that people have. And
it's
really,
real.
Yes, it is very real.
The struggle
and
is
it's
real.
very hard. And you know, and I think that people, it's very challenging. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life was losing weight, and I think that.
Were you fat?
I wasn't fat per se. I was about 30 pounds heavier than where I wanted to be.
That's a big amount to get off.
And it was challenging, but I think that if there was a way to safely do it, that could be a possible way.
To get rid of the sense of smell.
Yes, to get rid of the sense of smell. I think I would be willing to try it.
Say
I know that
just
sounds
walk
horrible.
around with a bunch of cotton balls up your nose and keep them
That would
soggy
be
to get rid of.
attractive.
What's that stuff, that cream they put on your nose?
Oh, yeah.
When you work in a morgue.
Yeah, when you're doing an autopsy.
Yeah, when
you
you're
know.
doing a-
Yes, no, jeez.
Is that like vapor rub?
Yeah, I don't know
or
what it
something?
is, but it cuts out all sense of smell. So we just
Hey,
keep
maybe
walking
we're onto
around.
something.
Yes, exactly.
We need to bottle it up.
Hey, something that I thought was quite interesting. We don't have children, but I think we could chime in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new conversation about punishing children and the
Yeah.
do's and don'ts, or
Yeah, well, what I came across was a study that was done in Germany, and what they said was that they were able to show that the punishment alone, if you're punishing a child for bad behavior, that does not necessarily stop or suppress that behavior. And I have 2 boys, as you know, and I have seen this in my own personal experience
Life.
with my children. And I just thought it was really interesting that how they set up the study with this. This is what really caught my eye because
so
it was done.
you've
Sure.
lost me.
Okay.
So let's just say I pick on my little brother and I hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that I need to be punished?
Right.
But what's the punishment?
Well, what they're saying is that just scolding a child is not necessarily enough to prevent them
So
from
you're
doing
saying
this punishment
verbally
again.
scolding?
Exactly.
Okay.
So and what they're saying is instead you need to offer them an alternative to that.
Like a smack on the bottom, or
well, no,
go
no.
to the corner, or something.
Well, you basically you can offer them an alternative type of behavior to do. So instead of being mean to your brother, say you're sorry, and then now I want you to share with this toy, or I want you to do. So you have to give
Role
them
play.
You have to give them an alternative to go to.
I'm trying to work it out because let me
Well,
tell
no,
you,
that's good. I'm glad you're asking.
my mother wouldn't say words.
Yeah.
Out came the riding crop.
Right.
And the minute you could see her get up from the lounge room when you're in trouble and go to the kitchen or the laundry and come back with the riding crop, there were no words, people. You were getting it. Do you know what I mean?
But I understand what you're saying, Lisa, and I've seen this in friends giving their children options in terms of, I'm thinking of one instance where one of my friends, her son was just jumping on the couch, would not stop jumping on the couch. And she would always take him down and say, you don't jump on the couch, verbally
or even if
punishing
you spank
him.
him or anything.
Yeah, just verbally telling him not to do it. And then she had read, I think, a similar study, and then she started not verbally even telling him, she would give him an option. She would say, you can stay here. If you jump on the couch again, you're going to sit in your room.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she'd pick him up and go put him in the room, and she would present it as an option.
Yes.
Do you want to leave your room? You cannot jump on the couch.
Yes.
Or stay here. And I think at a certain age, you're teaching that sort of decision making. This is what she had said. And it was interesting because came out one more time, started jumping on the couch, and she said, this is your decision. You're going to your room, but if you want to come out, you're not allowed to do that. And he came the second time, came back out, and he didn't jump on the couch again.
Is that what you're implying?
And that is what I'm implying, what the study is showing. But how the study was set up was really crazy because what they did, they had volunteers come in and they flashed a number on the screen. And they had to, the volunteers had to pick one of 2 keys, either to say it was higher or lower than another number that was on the screen. And so, but they were told ahead of time that one of the keys that they had to press was going to give them a slightly painful electric shock. Now this was done in Germany, so surprise, surprise. But they ended up doing this study, and what it showed, to their amazement, the people did not, like, when the answer had to be the key that was going to give them the pain, the slight pain of the shock, instead of being slow at hitting the key, what they found was that everybody, like, hit it faster. They hit the key faster.
Because they wanted the punishment?
Because they wanted to get the right answer, so the punishment didn't matter. Their behavior, they still needed to get to that right answer.
Well, I remember
it didn't stop them.
I remember if we did something wrong, let's just say I hit you as my little sister, you would have to hit me back. That was our sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I remember I told we
An
came
eye
from
for
a-
an eye.
Yeah, basically.
pretty much.
We
That was
come
our
from
life.
a farming family, and we had electric fences.
Uh-huh.
And I remember, I might have been 11 or something. My little brother was 6, and I told him to pee on the electric fence. Do you know what I mean? I know. We did dreadful things as
Oh,
kids.
boy.
Well, my father, I got in so much trouble, he made me do the same. It was dreadful. Dreadful.
That is a good
Yeah, but did you do it again?
Huh?
Did you do it again?
No, but I think that's why I'm gay.
What? I didn't get that transition.
Okay. I think to myself, there's a lot of studies. I don't know whether nowadays you could get away with punishing your children like we were
Right.
back in the day.
Right.
I think, doing time out and all the things that they're saying could actually work.
That's definitely
like
the
it.
preferred way
Hey,
nowadays.
I think it's just different case to case.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. Signs you're too negative. Talk to me a little bit about what you mean.
I thought
Miss
this was
Katie.
really interesting. I saw this article over on the Huffington Post, and it was talking about that you can be too negative in your relationship with your partner, and that's not always just criticizing them. It's just being negative about anything in life, and that is a leading cause of relationships ending. So here are some signs that you're being too negative with your partner. It says, think about this, if you argue all the time, you always complain to your friends about the partner, you just feel generally dissatisfied, you're not having as much physical interaction, and then they stop doing special things for you. This was the one that kept coming up in this article. It said, if you're noticing that your partner stops doing little nice gestures that you enjoy, think about how you're now acting towards them. Are you very positive, or are you maybe venting too much about your life, about work problems, friend problems? Where's that balance of, sharing everything, but
How
not
much
being
should
too
you
negative?
share?
What do you think? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, as an example, before you started working here, how much would Doug talk about his work life here at the station when he got home?
All the time.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
seriously, yeah.
A lot.
We do talk about it a lot.
Do
But
you
not
talk,
in a,
no, so when you speak to him now,
Yeah.
do you talk about your work on a daily basis?
We
or-
do. He asks.
really?
He wants to know how the state, but he's, it's kind of different because he's friends with
Yeah.
everyone here too.
Yeah.
So he kind of wants to know how things are going.
Yeah.
But he does ask me about my work, and I ask about his as well. I mean, it's no secret. I think, and it's, but he doesn't talk about it in a negative tone though.
Yeah.
He enjoys his work, and so do I. So I think, we take it a little bit differently. We're realistic about everything, of course, but we enjoy what we do, and I think, we keep it
I
on a
don't
positive
know how
twist.
much you should talk about what goes on during work time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, especially if it's a negative thing, because
Yeah.
I've found that in people, or even friends, that I just feel like I don't really want to answer their call or
Yeah, 'cause
anything,
what are they gonna
because
tell me
all
now?
they want to talk about
Yeah.
is
Right.
it's just so negative. And
Right.
I don't know, there's that balance of obviously want to be a good friend and be there. So I don't know. And
I
then when
think
you
you
think
have
of a
to-
relationship,
I
Yeah.
think, Katie, you have to pick your time.
yeah.
Yes.
And I think
yes.
there is a time that you can say, if your partner and you've come home from work and you look absolutely exhausted and they go, how are you? Say, look, let's talk about it later. Let's just have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, right.
But sometimes you can see that they're quite agitated. And it's probably best to maybe go on a walk together and talk about it.
Right.
Out of the house, maybe. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I feel like we also have to take on responsibility to self-check. If we are being negative, we need to know when to shut it
listen-
down.
Right.
When is enough enough? People, you don't want to
Yeah.
bore people to tears.
It's said
with
on that
problems.
list, like everything on that list, if you're doing those things, you're going to end your relationship. Really.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Don't you
definitely.
agree?
But what was interesting about this is all those things on that list, you'd think, yeah, that would end a relationship. But they're saying it stems from you just simply being negative about other things outside of the relationship. So that's what we need to consider.
I got
Right.
you. Hey, lots to talk about, people. When we return, Dr. Gina Johnson-Higgins, I should say, joins us in the studio. Well, helpful information about sedation dentistry for people who are a little
Yeah,
bit
my
scared
favorite
going
form
to
of
the dentist.
dentistry.
Back in a minute, everyone.